Hello everyone, my name is Zane Wagner and I'm a legal assistant at Veterans Legal Institute. I'm also a U.S. Marine currently serving in the United States Marine Corps Reserve, and I'm stationed at Camp Pendleton, California. Veterans Legal Institute is a nonprofit law firm that provides free legal assistance to homeless, low-income, and elderly veterans. We aim to provide pro bono legal assistance to veterans in order to connect them with life-saving benefits. In today's video, we're going to be talking about military cultural competency and why it's important to understand military culture when working with your military-connected client. Now, it's important to mention that it is not intended to serve as a legal advice, but instead general information on the topic. First, let's begin with defining military culture. What is U.S. military culture? U.S. military culture refers to the shared values and beliefs, attitudes, behaviors, and customs that characterize the U.S. military as an institution and the individuals who serve in it. Military culture is shaped by factors such as military missions, history, training, and operational experiences. Some key elements of U.S. military culture include discipline, emphasis on following orders, maintaining high standards of personnel and professional conduct, and adhering to strict codes of behavior. Teamwork, a commitment to work together effectively and efficiently regardless of rank, background, to achieve the mission. Respect for authority, a deep respect for the chain of command and the leadership of those in higher positions of authority. Sacrifice, a willingness to make personal sacrifices, including risking life and limb for the greater good and the protection of others. Honor, a sense of pride in serving one's country and a commitment to upholding the values and traditions of the military. Loyalty, a strong commitment to the military and its mission, as well as one's fellow service members and country. And adaptability, a willingness to adapt to changing circumstances, embrace new challenges, and continuously improve. These elements of military culture contribute to the strong sense of cohesion and camaraderie that is characteristic of the military and help prepare individuals for the demands of military service. Why is understanding U.S. military culture important? Understanding military culture is important for those who work with veterans or support military families, as it can help to provide insight into experiences and perspectives of those who have served. This helps build a foundation of trust and respect by having a basic understanding of the values, beliefs, and experiences that are unique to military culture. You can approach interactions with veterans in a way that is sensitive and supportive. Additionally, understanding military culture can help to bridge the gap between veterans and civilians. How is the U.S. military structured? The U.S. military, also known as the Armed Forces of the United States, is composed of 6 branches: the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, and most recently, the Space Force. The top military officer is the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, who act as the primary military advisor to the President and Secretary of Defense. Each branch of the military is led by its own service chief, such as the Chief of Staff of the Army or the Chief of Naval Operations. These leaders oversee the operational commands such as U.S. Central Command or U.S. Pacific Command, which are responsible for military operations in specific regions of the world. When we zoom into the unit level, we see that military is divided into smaller formations such as battalions, squadrons, or platoons. These units are commanded by commissioned officers at the various levels of rank and are made up of enlisted personnel who carry out the day-to-day tasks and missions. These enlisted personnel are led by non-commissioned officers. The clear lines of authority, efficient decision-making, and effective execution of military operations all stem from the hierarchical structure. It promotes a culture of discipline, teamwork, and respect for the chain of command. What is a veteran? A veteran is a person who has served in the military either in times of peace or in times of conflict. Veterans have served their country by taking on the responsibility and risks of military service, and their experiences and sacrifices are often unique to this type of service. The term veteran is typically used to describe individuals who have served in the armed forces, including the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, and Coast Guard, after leaving the military. After leaving the military, many veterans continue to be involved in their communities and support their fellow veterans through various organizations and initiatives. What is it like serving in the U.S. military? Serving in the U.S. military can be a challenging and rewarding experience. It can involve long hours, rigorous training, and deployment to far-off locations. What motivates people to serve in the U.S. military? There are many reasons why individuals choose to serve in the U.S. military, but some of the most common reasons include patriotism, a desire to serve their country and defend its values and freedoms; personal development, a desire to challenge themselves and gain valuable skills and experiences; career opportunities, a desire to advance their careers, gain job security, and receive benefits such as tuition assistance and health care; a sense of purpose, a desire to be part of something larger than themselves, contribute to a greater good; family tradition, a family history of military service or a desire to continue a family tradition; education benefits, a desire to receive educational benefits such as the GI Bill to help pay for college or advanced training; and adventure, a desire for adventure and excitement or to experience different cultures and ways of life. What challenges do people face when serving in the U.S. military? Serving in the U.S. military can present a number of challenges, both during and after service. Here are some of the difficulties that military personnel may face. Physical and mental demands. Military service can be physically and mentally demanding with long hours, demanding training, and stressful missions. Separation from loved ones. Military can involve being away from family, friends, for an extended period of time, which can be difficult and emotionally taxing. Risk to personal safety. Military service can involve facing danger and risking personal safety as well as exposure to traumatic events. Reintegration to civilian life. The transition back to civilian life can be challenging for some veterans as they may struggle to readjust to civilian life or to find employment. Mental health. Serving in the military can take a toll on mental health, with many veterans experiencing symptoms of PTSD, depression, or anxiety. Physical injuries. Many veterans return from service with physical injuries, disabilities, or chronic pain, which can affect their quality of life and limit their ability to work. Financial difficulties. Military personnel may face financial difficulties such as high levels of debt or difficult finding employment after leaving the military. Stigma and discrimination. Some veterans face stigma and discrimination upon returning to civilian life, which can make it difficult for them to find employment or access to services. These are some of the difficulties that military personnel may face while serving in the U.S. military. It is important to be aware of these challenges and to support military personnel and veterans in addressing them. How to approach conversations with veterans. When speaking to a veteran, it is important to show respect and appreciation for their service and sacrifice. Here are a few tips to help you have a positive and meaningful conversation with a veteran. Listen actively. Allow the veteran to share their experiences and perspectives without interrupting. Show interest in what they are saying. Ask questions to understand their point of view. Avoid assumptions. Do not make assumptions about a veteran's experience or beliefs based on stereotypes or preconceived notions. Be respectful. Treat the veteran with the same respect you would want for yourself. Avoid making negative or insensitive comments about their service or the military. Validate their experiences. Acknowledge the sacrifices and challenges that the veteran has faced. Let them know that their service and experiences are valued and appreciated. Avoid making comparisons. Do not compare your experiences or challenges to those of the veteran. Each person's experiences are unique and should be respected. Show empathy. Try to understand the veteran's perspective and emotions. Show empathy and compassion for their experiences and feelings. Offer support. Let the veteran know that you are there to support them and that you are available to help in any way you can. These tips can help create a positive and a respectful conversation with a veteran and can help to build an understanding and strengthen a relationship between veterans and the larger community. What are things to avoid when speaking with veterans? Making light of their service. Do not make jokes or sarcastic comments about their experiences in the military. Questioning their actions. Do not question the decisions or actions they took while serving, as they were following orders and serving their country. Assuming they have PTSD. Do not make assumptions about a veteran's mental health or assume that all veterans have PTSD. Being dismissive of their experiences. Do not dismiss or minimize the veteran's experiences or the impact that the service has done on their life. Comparing experiences. Do not compare your experiences or challenges to those of the veteran. Each person's experiences are unique and should be respected. Making political or controversial comments. Avoid making political or controversial comments, as these can be divisive and detract from the conversation. Blaming or criticizing the military. Do not blame or criticize the military or the decisions that it has made. What are common cliches to avoid when speaking with veterans? When speaking with veterans, it's important to avoid using cliches or making assumptions about their experiences. Here are some common cliches to avoid. Thank you for your service. While well-intentioned, the phrase can feel trite or dismissive to some veterans. Instead, try asking the veteran about their experiences and showing genuine interest in their story. You must have seen some things. Making assumptions about a veteran's experience can be disrespectful and dismissive of the individual's experiences. Ask the veteran if they would like to share their story and listen respectfully. All veterans are the same. Each veteran has a unique experience and background. It's important to avoid making generalizations about the entire veteran community. War is hell. This phrase can be insensitive to veterans who have experienced trauma and may feel that it minimizes their experiences. You must be a hero. This phrase can place unnecessary pressure on veterans and can be disrespectful to those who do not feel they are heroes. It's important to avoid these cliches and to approach conversation with veterans with an open mind and a respectful attitude. By showing genuine interest in their experiences and avoiding assumptions, you can help veterans feel heard and valued. And that's it. By understanding military culture and U.S. military as a whole and being respectful in your interactions with veterans, you can better connect with your military-connected clients and play a crucial role in supporting the veteran community. Remember, every veteran is unique, and it's important to approach each conversation with an open mind and a willingness to listen. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video and learn about military cultural competency. Hope this video has been helpful in understanding how to interact with veterans in a supportive and meaningful way. If you have any further questions, you can reach out to us at www.vetslegal.org. Thank you.